Following the widespread damage from Hurricane Maria, the Environmental Health Unit has been working tirelessly to protect nationals from the potential environmental dangers which arise following a national disaster. On Friday, November 1st, GIS News spoke to Chief Environmental Health Officer Frederica Carbon, who gave updates on the status of shelters post-Maria, which have been an area of focus for her units.
We have seen a reduction in shelters. We started with 107 shelters. We presently have 45 shelters. That was of Friday the 24th. What we do every Friday, we update our data. So we had 45 shelters still open, and we continue to see the numbers dropping. We presently have 611 persons still in shelters. And this for us, it shows signs of rehabilitation. So persons are going back to their houses, and we think that before long we will have just a few persons in the shelters. It is we in environmental health, we do have to do monitoring of the shelters, because as you know, it's mass gathering. You have a crowd of persons, and you can have a number of things. Chances of passing on communicable diseases increases. So we have to continue to monitor the status of the shelters, looking at water, sanitation, hygiene, so we continue to monitor the shelters. We used to do it twice a day in the beginning, but now we have gone down to sometimes 2 times, 3 times a week.
Carbon also highlighted the importance of water, noting that almost all communities have access to water, with it being provided in areas where there is none.
The WASCO and our WASH team continues to get water to Dominicans at a very fast pace. So you find in all the health districts we have had some areas where we have water. In most of them, where we do not have water, we have water being trucked to those facilities. We still have some communities like Girodale and Egliston where we do not have water, but we do not have any trucking happening, and in some areas in Sophia Scottshead area. But most of the other areas, we actually have water being trucked to those areas. So we continue to say to persons out there, if you have to use water that is not, that you're getting from rivers or a source that you are not sure it's safe, you continue to boil. And then sometimes we're not sure of although we monitor the chlorine residue of the water that is provided by the WASCO, sometimes we're not sure of the level, so we still tell persons what you use for drinking, you should continue to boil.
Another focus of the Environmental Health Unit has been vector control, as the unit continues to monitor breeding sites.
Vector control is a major thing for us, and after this storm we had a number of areas that mosquitoes could breed, and rodents could also breed and feed. So in that area we had to spend quite a bit of time trying to reduce the breeding sites. We continue to treat any area where we have accumulation of water. So we had a number of basements we had to treat, some of them institutions we actually had to treat for mosquito breeding. We continue to treat, we continue to do fogging, but what we do, we try to do source reduction before, because if you fog without actually getting rid of the breeding, you can still continue to have high population. So we go out with a team and we get rid of the breeding areas, and then we continue by fogging.
The Chief Environmental Health Officer remarked that the Aedes aegypti mosquito is one that the unit monitors continuously, and hence not many mosquito-borne illnesses have been reported post-Maria. The unit has also been focused on reducing the rodent population.
We also have done quite a bit of work with reducing the rodent population. We were fortunate to get rodenticides both from Cuba. We got the government of Cuba made a donation to the government of Dominica of 5 tons of biorat. We have used all of it, and then we also have some weather blocks we got from Pahu that we are using to do some treatment. We try to treat our institutions and areas where we think persons have complained of increasing rodents, and the main aim is to reduce the population to cut down the chances of spread of disease.
She encouraged the general public to continue making strides to clean their environment to assist with their efforts.
We also want to encourage persons to go out there and clean. How quickly people clean and get rid of containers will impact our population, both for rodents and mosquitoes, because the containers that will collect water will breed Aedes aegypti mosquito, and the rodents, when they get somewhere to hide during the daytime, because as you know they are nocturnal, they will hide and come out in the evenings to feed. So with all the cluster that's around, we will have hiding places for them. So we want to encourage persons to go back to clean, because a lot of persons have abandoned their home, and they really need to go back to really get rid of the junk. You know, at least if we have it accumulated in one area, it's going to be much quicker for us to move it to a permanent site.
Reporting for GIS News, Kadisha Century.